Hello there, this is Strider-Ragnarok, and today I would like to talk to fighting game fans, especially those fans that like to use arcade stick to play their fighting games. And when I say arcade stick, I mean this type of arcade stick over here. This is the fighting stick Hori Mini, and this is the type of arcade stick that tend to be smaller in size and pretty cheap on price. This goes for 50 US dollars up to 60 depending on time and place, and this is for those people that cannot spend a lot of money on their controllers. Usually the higher end goes for over $100 to $300 even. And this type of controller over here, these are pretty good. They can withstand a lot of abuse. I have no problem with the controls, basically the buttons and the stick. They all feel very good for the price. And these are pretty good. I have no complaints except for one. And the problem is the size of it and the weight. Due to that, we have a major problem that we need to solve, and that's what we're gonna do today. So over here, we do have the Nintendo version of that. And what happened is that, let's compare the size of it with my hand. So I can almost cover this entire arcade stick with my hand. So they are pretty small. So what happens is when you're doing quick motions on fighting games, it tends to move up and right, left and right, back and forth into the fourth dimension. They move all over the place. They don't stay in place. They move on your table, on your lap, and that is due to the weight, more than the size actually. And today we're gonna solve that issue. So what the solution is this little thing over here. These are wheel weights. These usually are used by auto shops and auto repair shops in order to balance the wheels on your car. So they usually they have adhesive. So you see the black adhesive there underneath the blue stripe, and they stick this in the inner rim of your vehicle in order to balance the tires so you can have a smooth ride. So we are going to use this to solve the weight issue on this. So let's take a look at the arcade stick on the inside. I already took care of the screws. There are 6 screws in total. So let's lift this up. Okay, so this is the base, and this is the underneath of the stick. You can see it has the chip for the buttons, the chip for the options, and the arcade block there. Now it does give the illusion that you have a lot of space to work with, but you actually don't, because as you can see here, it does have some structural things over there that can obstruct what we are going to do today. So what we are going to do, we're gonna pick those little blocks. We're gonna cut them into these little pieces, and we're gonna stick them at the base. So now, the way we're going to do this is that you have to be careful, extra careful, where you place them, because if not, it can become an obstruction to whatever it is in here. So what you're gonna do is that before sticking one of these out, you're gonna cut them, and with this still on, you're gonna put them in place, and then you're gonna test to see if it fits. So you're gonna, every time you put one block, you're gonna test to see that it fits on every side, and you're gonna do that for every little block that you put. Okay, so every time you put a little block, you put it in place, you test to see if it fits. If it comes to a part where you have to push this down in order to close it, then you need to remove it and replace that little block, weight block, in order to get a better position of it. So I recommend this type of wheel weights. These ones are 1 ounce, and that way you have to use less blocks than other weights. So I recommend between 8 to 12 pieces of blocks. You can put them around the base of the arcade stick. Once you are done, you're gonna close the arcade stick. You're gonna screw your 6 screws over here, and then you're gonna test it, and you're gonna see that now the arcade stick have enough weight, and it's gonna stick in place, and you're gonna have a better experience doing that. So I hope this helps, and have a good fighting. Have a good day.